प्रतिज्ञा करते हैं
कि अपने
सभी कार्यों में
पेट्रोलियम उत्पादों के संरक्षण हेतु सतत प्रयासरत रहेंगे ताकि देश की प्रगति के लिए आवश्यक इन सीमित संसाधनों की आपूर्ति अधिक समय तक संभव हो सके। आदर्श नागरिक होने के नाते हम पेट्रोलियम पदार्थों के व्यर्थ उपयोग को रोकने के लिए लोगों को जागरूक करेंगे ताकि आगे आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए एक बेहतर वातावरण सुनिश्चित कर एक नए व स्वस्थ भारत का निर्माण कर सके।
4 साल CEO पंजाब एनर्जी डेवलपमेंट एजेंसी का हर एक स्पीच में मैं एक चीज जरूर क्वेश्चन करता था कि आपको क्या लगता है कि सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट फ्यूल कौन सा है? एनीबॉडी?
पेट्रोल।
Anybody else? Pardon? So answer unexpected lines. But सबसे important fuel तो हम भूल ही गए. The air which you breathe and the food you eat. उससे बड़ा फ्यूल इस धरती पे कोई नहीं है. अगर वो दोनों नहीं होंगे तो पेट्रोल की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी, जितना मर्जी हो जाए। So सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट व्हीकल कौन सा होगा फिर?
Human being.
Body. Maybe human, maybe animal. Any living body is the most important vehicle on this earth. बाकी तो हमारी created vehicles हैं for our convenience. So what we are doing is, for our convenience, we are hitting our body. We are hitting our main vehicle. So in order to travel, we use vehicles. In order to do our work, we use vehicles. Hence we use the fuel, known as petroleum products. And ultimately, for convenience of going to Delhi in a faster mode, in a, you can say, more comfortable way, instead of walking to Delhi, which would have been very tiring, what we are doing is we are removing the tiredness at the short term, but when we use excessive fuel, we are not conserving. We are damaging in the longer term, not us, but the next generations to come. Maybe our walking or using natural resources for travel would have given us pain. That was around 100 years ago in India. Everybody was taking all kinds of modes when motorized transport was not so developed in the country. So what happens is, if you forget about yourself, you will never conserve. So first of all, think about yourself, your body, your environment, your animals living around trees. So whatever you do is indirectly or sometimes directly harming yourself or people around you. So why is fuel required? Fuel is required for basically for anybody? Why is fuel required? No. Fuel is equal to energy. So it is required to generate energy in the body or in a automobile or in a system. So try to think, whatever you use in your daily life, how much energy was used to produce it. So not only driving a vehicle or using less oil, but let's say even if I waste a piece of paper, energy was used to build this piece of paper. So if you reduce paper, reduce use of other things, which will ultimately reflect in use of less energy and ultimately lead to conservation all around you. So that should be the way of life. Just to be aware what we are using, how much energy it has consumed, and whether what you are using, the extent and the amount, is it worth that facilitation which you will get from that? Or you can do away with a little bit of facilitation, you don't need 100% facilitation. So simple as that, like in air conditioners, you set the temperature to around 25, and if you set the temperature to 23, it's a huge difference. Huge difference of energy which you use. Similarly would be the case for vehicle. If you reach Delhi from here, it's let's say these days it takes 5 hours. If you reach in 5 hours, 20 minutes, it's not going to make any difference. But the amount of overspeeding you will do, braking you will do, will consume more fuel. So what happens when you use less fuel? Any correlation with the Lord Krishna? Scratch your mind. If you conserve something, any correlation with the main teachings of Lord Krishna? Okay. Any correlation with the teachings of Sikhism? So that's why I say, younger generation, you should be aware what is best for you. So Nishkam Karam, Sarvata Pala. If you conserve something, it is going to benefit at least 100 people. So without that person knowing who has done it for him, so that is Nishkam Karam. And the benefit it gives to humanity as a whole is Sarvata Pala. So I think all teachings are around you. They are not in the book. They are not in somebody telling you. All teachings of all spheres of life are in you and around you. They are not more than, I would say, 3 feet away from you. Anything coming away from 3 feet is not yours. It's being given to you by somebody else. With that, I congratulate the oil industry, GAIL, for organizing this event and giving me an opportunity to address you. And I wish all the best to all of you. Take care. Bye.